Hello everyone and welcome to the United versus SK game recap in 10 minutes or less. Looking at the picks and bans here, the most interesting thing is we have two magical ADCs. Moving on to First Blood here, we've got a little fight in the duo lane, and a nice gank from Sam for Soccer, which results in Vedium ultimately being the First Blood, going the way of SK. Jumping ahead a little bit here, we have a nice scrimmage at the red buff while SK is starting the Gold Fury, and with a nice secure from the Vulcan ult, they do secure the first Gold Fury of the game. Jumping ahead again here, we have a Eunited grouping up on the left lane after winning a pretty significant team fight, starting to push the left Phoenix while Benji is distracting in the middle lane. And if we cut back to the pushing here, they do ultimately get the Phoenix at an early 18 minutes. And after the Phoenix is destroyed, SK is trying to punish them, so they chase them all the way down the left lane again and eventually trap United under their tier 2 tower and are able to pick up a few kills, but they did lose their Phoenix, so obviously a better trade for United here. Jumping further ahead here, we have another fight at the Fire Giant, and United is able to really nicely bait out Paul's ultimate, and that ultimate leads to them getting Fire Giant, and then they start to siege. And SK puts up a pretty good defense, and this is where it ultimately falls apart right here, is when they have the 3 in the left lane fighting that weak Phoenix, United, and 2 in the middle lane just to separate SK. They ultimately get that left Phoenix and begin to group up towards the middle Phoenix. And here Benji gets a really nice push onto Zapman, which allows him to get another pick after burning his Aegis and his ultimate. They then get the Phoenix off of this, and the game is soon to follow. So after a pretty long and drawn-out Titan fight here, after Benji teleporting back in, United are able to secure Game 1. Moving on to Game 2 here, we're just looking at the First Blood, a very nice Ares ult, resulting in Nerema's death because he does not have any purification beads. Very nice pick by United here. And a quick jump ahead to about the 14-minute mark where we have a 1v1 between these two ADCs. Zapman initiates it, Vedium tries to finish it, Zapman with a nice Aegis and some jukes almost brings it back, but Vedium is able to secure the kill. Another jump ahead here, we're going to go ahead and look at this first Fire Giant fight. SK Gaming really looking to force this fight, and United responds in kind with a nice Ares ult. We got a lot of ultimates going out here. And this is a pretty long and drawn out team fight, but SK does a really nice job of grouping while Sam for Soccer waits in the back line, gets a nice Thanatos ultimate, good execute, and from here they are just able to clean up really nicely by continually diving with those 2 blinks, very important there. And they are just going to secure all these kills. After that team fight we just saw, SK are able to secure the Fire Giant and start sieging under these Phoenixes, targeting the middle Phoenix initially. And they are all pretty low here, but standing their ground, and are eventually with this wave able to take the first Phoenix. And because they have a 5-on-2 power play, they can just continue pushing, get a nice kill, and another second kill, and are able to take Game 2 in the way of SK Gaming. Looking at the picks and bans for Game 3, I'm really looking at the Fenrir for United and the Zhonghui for SK Gaming, so let's get right into the game. Looking at First Blood here, we've got Nerema just trying to mess with Ice Ice Baby, stopping his farm, and a little skirmish in the middle lane. Nerema continues to distract Ice Ice Baby, but ultimately SK Gaming is able to get a nice pick in the middle lane, just fighting big man Tings and catching him out pretty hard. Jumping ahead here, we've got a bait at the Pyromancer, and looks like United is really taking control of this fight, but SK Gaming has a nice re-engage right here with the Fafnir ultimate, and a really nice commit onto Ice Ice Baby there, and they are just able to clean up with Paul's Zhonghui ultimate, so a really nice turnaround here from SK. And SK are able to use that power play in the mid lane we just saw to secure the Fire Giant, and this is them pushing the left Phoenix with, again, another power play. Just 4v5, and they get a nice pick right here. And with this 3v5, they're just looking to end the game right now. And they do a really nice job of splitting the defenders, one stuck behind the middle Phoenix, while the other two are just dancing in and out of their fountain. And SK is easily killing their Titan, so game 3 goes to SK. Really nice job from them. In the picks and bans for games 4, I'm really focusing on this Freya pick again and Hebo jungle, and I really like the Fafnir pickup again for SK Gaming. Jumping ahead to First Blood here, we've got a nice little dance around the enemy red buff from Eunited here. And they are going to look towards that purple buff. And Nirma's trying to contest, but gets pulled in by Kalis, and a nice combo from Freya and Sylvanas there, ultimately resulting in First Blood for Eunited. And what we're looking at here is Eunited has a 5-on-2 advantage, so they're just setting their sights on the Fire Giant, trying to zone Belair out while he wants to try and steal this. And they do a really nice job of just focusing on the objective until they have someone around behind Belair that can control him, and then they kill him and pick him up for a really nice kill, and the Fire Giant secure. So a really nice job by Eunited here. Looking to secure game 4. After that Fire Giant, Eunited is just pushing up the right lane, looking to end this one right now. SK's putting up a pretty nice defense though. They're really not trying to give in, even though Eunited has been looking pretty dominant in this game. A nice engage from SK, and they have a really nice counterattack here, just trying to stop Eunited, put on the gas for SK, chase him off, but SK is able to heal up with that Sylvanas and Fire Giant, so they are ultimately able to turn this one around, and they did have a big XP lead, so nothing to be too surprised by that Eunited are able to turn that around, and ultimately this game will end up in their favor. Moving on to game 5, we have SK doing the same strategy of just having Nerima, the support, fall around Ice Ice Baby, stopping him from farming in the jungle. A really interesting strategy, and I want to see how this will develop within the meta. And then nothing really happens in this game up to this point, so we're jumping ahead to this 15-minute Fire Giant call from SK, which is a little questionable, but I dig the call. So we are going to see them commit to this. Big Man Tanks is able to spot them out, but gets zoned pretty well from the Camazods. Sam for Soccer does fall to the Fire Giant, but Paul is able to secure it with his ultimate, but does ultimately fall to Ice Ice Baby here. So not really worth it, but definitely an interesting call. Jumping ahead here, we've got Eunited has taken really strong hold of this game ever since that Fire Giant call. At 15 minutes, they've really had control of this game, and they're starting to siege up. Got 2 Phoenixes down already, gearing up for that third one, or to just end the game outright. And this is the longest game. SK had a really nice defense since that 15-minute mark, making it all the way to 40 minutes. But United were eventually able to crack their base, just taking down so many Phoenixes that SK couldn't defend anymore. And this is the team fight that it all fell apart. Titan's already halfway dead to minions, and United are just going to push this one in for the win, taking game 5. Really impressive set, and well-deserved by them. So this has been Eunited versus SK Gaming recap in 10 minutes or less. I hope you guys enjoyed, and keep smiling.